Alright, GM to all you crypto goons out there. Yes, it is me, Guy's cousin Barry, once again filling in for His Majesty, who's off watching cricket or some such nonsense, I don't know. Anyway, sit back, put your feet up, make sure you take them shoes off first though, relax and let the crypto knowledge wash over you like that expensive shower gel they give you for free in posh hotels. Alright. Before we start, I know how much you Wallies enjoy Guy's little poems, what he does at the start of his videos, so I thought I'd have a go myself. Welcome to Coin Bureau, where the crypto knowledge is on tap. Like and subscribe or you'll get a slap. Okay, on with the show. First up, this week's crypto headlines. Starting with CoinDesk, going with this story. Quote, UFO sightings surge as aliens search for evidence of Charles Hoskinson. Yeah, turns out visitors from outer space have been coming here in record numbers trying to get a glimpse of old Mr. Cardano. The story says aliens from across the galaxy are fascinated by the possible existence of a creature like Charles. So, maybe that's why Cardano DeFi has been pumping recently. I don't know. Now, me personally, I think Charles Hoskinson is a myth made up to scare children into not developing their own layer 1 blockchains, but maybe that's just me. Okay, moving on. This one from Decrypt. Quote, YouTuber Ben Cowan projects Bitcoin dominance chart onto the moon using giant laser in his back garden. Yeah, apparently there's no law against it, but if any aircraft get vaporised by flying through the beam, then it's on him. And it's funny that I had no idea Ben was so big on Bitcoin dominance, but then I've had a lot on recently. I've not been able to keep my ear to the ground all that much, so cut me some slack, all right. Okay, here's your final headline. This one was on Telegraph a couple of days ago, and it's about them Three Arrows Capital prats. Here we are, quote, Kyle Davis and Sue Zhu to co-author children's book called Whoops, All the Money's Gone. Publication date early next year. Right. Let me tell you something. If either of them mugs ever shows their face around Southend, they are going to get a knuckle sandwich. I can tell you that for nothing. Right, that's about it with the news. That's pissed me off, that is. Let's see what's happening in the charts. So, let's get on with a bit of Barry's T&A. Okay then, starting with a quick look at XRP on the 1 month. God blimey, what a mess. I don't even know where to start on this dog's breakfast. Yeah, well, that could go up, it could go down, it could go to Romford for the weekend. Who knows? Moving on. Alright, this next one's interesting. ZIL USDT. Now, it is pretty rare to see this, right? All 4 Teletubbies, yeah, nicely spaced out across the chart as well. Like I say, you don't see this very often, and in my experience, it is bullish and then some. Not financial advice, of course. Alright, and finally, last but not least, good old Bitcoin on a short-term time frame. Now, some interesting patterns to observe on this. Up here, right, is what we call a lopsided rabbit, which more often than not breaks down to form a small hedgehog, as you can see here, right? Now, what's fascinating is a small hedgehog will, 99% of the time, tumble into a narrow crevice that is called a bull's ankle breaker. You can see that down there, right? Never lasts long, but always liquidates a few of them dozy traders. So, if anyone ever tells you TA is a load of cobblers, you just show them this and watch them eat their words. Lovely stuff. And that's this week's T&A then. You are, as always, very welcome. Right, and now it's time for a special announcement. Bear markets are for building, right? Well, old Barry has been doing just that. So, I am pleased and honoured to announce the launch of a new crypto project that's going to leave every other one in the dust. So, without further ado, allow me to introduce you to Bitcoin BV. That is Bitcoin Barry's Vision. All right. Try to remain calm. Here's the fundamentals. BBV has a fixed supply of 21 quintillion, so everyone can have as much as they want. Lovely. It's also proof of work and can only be mined using a CPU that's been hooked up to the engine from a Ford Cortina. And it can only be mined in Essex, otherwise known as God's own country. And if you're thinking to yourself, crikey, that is a surefire winner, then you're not the only one. I have in fact been developing BBV in partnership with the one and only BlackRock. And not long ago, I got together with their head honcho Larry Fink to talk about the project and how it's going. Check it out. Watch your Larry, me old China. So, how are you feeling about the upcoming launch of Bitcoin Barry's Vision then?
I actually believe This technology is going to be very important.
I'm with you there, Sunshine, and people are most definitely getting very excited about it.
Yes, you're right. There's a lot of noise.
And people are already pumping crazy amounts of dosh into this, innit?
In the first 3 quarters, we raised about $88 billion of net new money in the U.S.
Yeah, because all you Shermans want to make some good returns, right?
It's going to produce 12, 13, 14% returns very easily.
And what? Are you thinking we just pump and dump it out the gates, or do we keep them on the hook for a little longer? What do you reckon?
All I do is focus on how do we get to a long-term outcome.
Larry, that is not what I had in mind, my old son.
Unfortunately, the long-term is not something that is topical today.
So I'm saying short-term pump and dump, and you're saying play the long game. There's going to be fireworks if we can't agree on this, Larry.
Will that lead to some outcomes that maybe not be good? Maybe.
Bloody hell, Larry. It sounds like this project may not be quite as dynamic as I was hoping for it to be.
We're actually going to enter a period of more, what I would call, malaise.
You better buck your ideas up, Sunshine. That is not the vibe I am looking for you to bring. Well, as you can see, Larry and I aren't in total agreement on that one, but hey, we'll smooth it out in the end. Right, that's your lot for today. I've got to go and give the BBV dev team a smack round the chops and get them to shake a leg. You know how it is, things to see, people to do. If you're very lucky, I'll be back soon with more of the best crypto info on all of YouTube. Till then, ta-ta! Oh, crikey.